So I had a thing happen.
You had a thing happen.
There was a thing that happened that kind of sparked up
My guess is you had several things happen.
a loud conversation. Well, it was of course several things happened, but that's just Mario Party. Like a lot of things happened. A lot of things.
If no one got seriously maimed or injured, then I think that's pretty good for Mario Party.
I actually got threatened with violence, like real violence.
That sounds like a typical game of Mario Party.
Yeah. Yeah. And guess what feature was that sparked it?
Stolen Stars.
No, actually. Something
It
a little
wasn't
more
Stolen
simple than that.
Stars?
It would have been one they added on, I think it was 3 when it first showed up.
Okay, now you're going to lose me because I have no idea.
It's something you can only do during somebody else's turn.
Something you're doing?
Something that you can make your character do during the other person's turn.
Yeah, my brain is not working very well, so I heard words just now, but... Oh, just mashing the taunt button.
And over and over. You see, there was so much shit talking going on that I was like, this is not how you do, like, it's way too early in the game to be talking any kind of mess about who's in first and who's in last. Because, Mario Party.
Well, who's on first? What's on second?
Exactly. So, pointless conversations. Like pointless high-signing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So my response to it is to just mash that button over and over. One person did not take that very well. Could not take that very well. And I drove him to the point where, like I said, physical violence was threatened. Red face. Always good when you get a red face. Like, that's one. I guess that's like one of the things. Like, don't troll. It's not a fun thing to do. Okay, well, don't troll. But
it's there's a fine line to walk between like pissing off your friends and then taking it too far.
Yeah. And red face is usually a good place to back off.
You might be aware I have a friend who likes to tell people that he's a doctor, even though legally he can't actually tell people he's a doctor, and he can get on people's nerves as well sometimes.
Oh, yes, he can. Yeah. God dang, working with that man.
He's just that way, though. That's the difference. Is you know?
I mean, where do you
you're
find
mashing
these
this button
people?
over and over again. Did you at least win after doing all
I think
that?
if I remember correctly, during that, he told me. Like, he fucking told me. He just walked in and sat down at the booth. Like, are you actually giving him a paycheck?
No, Dr. Bill?
Yeah.
No, I don't even feed him
So
if
you
I
just
can
don't
help
lock
it.
the door.
I tried to keep him out, but like he just sort of shows up. It's very much like a Coach Z type of vibe.
So he's sleeping in the locker room. Okay.
Not when I can help it, but like I try not to leave food out. It's like stray cats, you know.
So anyway,
so you talk all this shit. You're mashing the emote buttons.
I don't talk no shit. No.
Yeah, you did. If you're mashing that button, you're making Luigi or whoever talk shit.
It was Luigi.
Okay. Did you at least win?
I got second. I got so close.
Oh,
so
Luigi got second.
Yeah, dude. It was.
That's bullshit. Like last for Luigi.
Yeah, dude. It's the worst.
Second is the best.
And it's all because Isaac got the fucking 3v1. Some BS. Oh, it was some BS. I almost had it too. But I get annoyed because
did you beat the guy that threatened you?
Practice.
Oh, practice. That is some bullshit. I'm going to be honest. That is some pussy ass bullshit, dude. You don't practice Mario Party games.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Dude, are you joking? Like,
it's not, dude. It destroys the meaning of the mini game. Like the point is,
Jesus
nobody knows how to do it.
Man, I am upset with our friends. Like,
I know, dude.
I hope you guys see this. Like,
dude, you want to talk about min-maxing and meta and fucking degenerate? They did something so degenerate. Dude, it made me. Yeah, they still, and mind you, they did this and still lost.
I don't have a problem with like. I mean, anyways, just the idea of like.
I know getting to practice mini games disgusting.
To some extent, like that's like. To me, it's like.
Dude, I can't remember the name of it, but there's this one game that me and Isaac basically are always rivaling against each other. I can never remember its name. It's the one where you have the dice with 1 and 2, and it's like a bunch of fruits roll down the chute, and then when there's one hornet hive, and you don't want to be the one that gets the hornet hive.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. I was going to say a lot of these I'm not going to know, but I remember the old ones. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I got him real good on that one. He thought he was being slick with his roll. Ooh, he's the only other person that plays that game that knows the patterns. Like, that at least in that role.
I believe the last time I played with these guys, I was like, fuck all this practice bullshit. You just play the mini game. Like, imagine you win the practice and then, like, fuck that, dude.
Dude, no, that's how it goes for me a lot.
I know. Like,
it's like, dude, I just got to stop playing the practice.
No one should play the practice on, like, grown-ass men. Like,
straight up. But a certain person needs to play with it on. That's all I got to say. Certain one, just a single individual needs to have it on.
Oh, man. You know who you are.
Oh, yeah. If they watch this, they definitely know who we're talking about.
They're going to stop watching if they even watch it now.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're going to start hate watching.
Oh, yeah. Start leaving nasty comments. Hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Bro, you know what Cat Williams said.
You ain't doing it right if you ain't got haters.
Exactly. If you got 10 haters, you got to be trying to figure out how to get 50 by the end of the week.
Let me ask you a question. In a mini game where it's 2-on-2, so we got teams.
Okay.
Is it okay to switch controllers?
Fuck no. What? Okay, well, time out. Like, that sounds insane to me. Like, if with the 4-year-old, yes. Like,
no. We're talking grown ass adults. I don't like the job I got. Let's switch controllers because we're better.
Okay, no.
We're better at the other one than that.
All right,
one.
well, I'm going to be honest. Like, if it was like, it would completely depend on the circumstances. If I was playing against two guys and in my mind. Well, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I know, I'm with you. I'm with you on all that. I'm saying, like, just hear me for a second. Like, if they did some shit like they threw the controller to each other from across the room, like, and they passed controllers like that. No. I'm telling you, if they did something like that, I would be like, okay, I'm not mad at you for that because that was cool. But like, only in circumstances like that. If you are passing the controller, it reminds me of our little cousin when I would play him in racing games I remember playing Need for Speed 2, Hot Pursuit on the PlayStation at his house, and you would get ahead of him and then he would go, "Can we switch controllers?" Like, that's basically like that. So you're playing with toddlers.
Dude, it's not even mid-game. We did that little practice and they decided to switch controllers.
Do they still have handicaps at the beginning of Mario Party if you want to?
Dude, there's an entire, like, I discovered.
Did these gentlemen also take a handicap at the beginning of the game?
Dude, no. At least we don't have to do that. No handicap stars.
No, I'm going to suggest
I draw the line at handicap stars. I'm not playing with anybody.
These individuals that want all this practice and want to swap controllers when they don't like their job, I think next time, maybe you just take a handicap star. You just take one on the team. And we'll give you a juice box and some orange slices, and we'll give you a blankie, and you can have nap time in between the practice and the regular mini game.
It's like, seriously, who does that shit?
Your 6-year-old cousin.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's being metaphorically. Don't take this the wrong way, little cousin. Both of
Oh
you.
no, dude, he's a grown ass man now.
Oh yeah, man's an adult. Both of them.
Okay.
Man.
I'm ripping really hard on you guys, and you know who you are, but I just want you to know that in all honesty,
It's not.
that's some
honesty.
pussy ass bullshit.
You won that minigame star because of shit like that.
Yeah, I know who does that. I know exactly what that's about.
Straight kneecapping, dude. It's so bullshit. And they're like, oh, no, it's strategy. That's strategy. I was like, I don't care. For a whole minute there, you were playing as whatever tune that person was playing as, Rosalina. You were playing as Rosalina when you had been playing as Mario that entire game. As a matter of fact, Leland, I think this is one of those like,
What's
I think
wrong?
I think I'll drop it down on how we ended episode 4 with them. Tu basura.
He said you're basura. He said you're trashera.
Mm-hmm.
He said you trash, garbage, garbo, crap.
Yeah. Just get out of here. Smelling up the place.
Go practice.
As a go practice.
Take them rhymes back to the factory.
Don't be mad. UPS is hiring.
What god damn it. Oh, time out.
Right.
What's wrong with Rosalina?
Oh no, it's nothing wrong with Rosalina. It's just we now know which person we're like. For the people who know that we're talking about, it's like without like specifically saying their name. Like it's
oh. Who are the playable characters in that Mario Party?
Dude, it was actually a strange setup. So as much as I can remember, Mario, Luigi, obvious. Wario,
Daisy.
Luigi, Peach and Louise.
Not Daisy, Peach. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Peach and Rosalina.
Luigi.
I don't remember if you can play as Daisy. I know.
No. I meant to say Peach, not Daisy. Is what I meant to say. Daisy didn't even make it to the original roster for Strikers this time around. They did add her after the fact, but that's another matter
Dude,
entirely.
she's not even technically in Smash Brothers.
Well, she never really was. She was in there as a skin for Peach, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Rosalina has hands down the coolest Ultimate Strike or whatever it's called in Battle League.
Battle League?
The Mario Strikers game that came out.
It.
No. Like I said, I have a lot of gripes about that game. That was like,
I will never touch another Strikers ever again.
Oh, I know. That is some pussy ass bullshit. And I've been over that with you too.
Now fuck that.
You cannot get beat so hard in a game that you stop playing it.
No,
that is not competitive.
Like
that is not the Sargarrett I know.
Game with me. And it's like, okay,
That's how they win.
Never played it before.
That's how they win.
And dude, 40 is a big number in soccer.
40 is a big number. That's a massive number in soccer. That is an unheard of number in soccer.
Yeah, 40-0.
And that didn't make you want to get better at the game?
Bro, I didn't care at that point anymore.
Yeah, for that game.
Yeah. I for the game as a whole, I was like, dude, I'm not really a big fan of soccer anyways. Like, Mario usually makes things that you wouldn't enjoy fun. Like,
you
Mario
know what?
Golf,
Strikers is fun.
Mario Tennis, Mario Baseball. But play any of those without the Mario in it, and it's a pretty boring game.
Now, speaking of, there is a game that is free on Steam that's getting a lot of play recently. It just dropped 10 days ago, actually.
What?
It is a
is it a Smash Brothers clone?
No, it's like a Strikers clone, kind of.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
And no, I'm just bringing it up because I think it's supposed to be a lot better than.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Strikers Battle League
generally, like Mario makes whatever export generally more like a party game rather than it just being like a straight up sport game.
That's like NFL Blitz.
Exactly. Blitz is fun. Blitz is fun to play. Man, they haven't made a Blitz in a long while.
because of licensing.
Yeah, that's usually the
NFL is a deal with EA, and only Madden can make NFL games. Or not Madden, excuse me. Rest in peace, John Madden. Only EA can make the actual officially licensed NFL games.
just
Strikers Battle League was a lot of fun, but it was like a half a game. Like that's the problem with it. They released it and then they started putting out free DLCs, which were actually the rest of the game. Like they've been, I don't know if the fourth one has dropped yet.
I like the sound of that.
Well, it's what that means is they finished the game, or they didn't even finish the game. In this case, they just added more characters because there's still stuff missing. I think it's a terrible decision.
Well, then what's even the point?
Well, no, I'm just well, I mean, it's just the game, but I mean, I just lost the game, but I hate it when it's the opposite of feature creep. Like, you should not add features to a game, especially when it's a game like Strikers, where it's like essentially the same game. They should only add features. You shouldn't lose things from previous Strikers games or previous Mario Tennis or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I could see that.
That feels really bad. They released like 2 characters per free DLC, as they called it, some maps, but the maps didn't have the interactive character. I think Bowser was originally in the game. Like the fans could do like there was stage hazards, and each stage is effectively all the same because it's just aesthetic. And you can customize the fans and stuff now, but that doesn't change the gameplay at all. There's no, not campaign. There is no campaign, really. There's no story mode. Even Mario Tennis on the N64 had. I heard the last Mario Tennis game was really good, though. But yeah, that was disappointing.
Well, Mario Tennis is generally a pretty good game anyways. Like, and you see, that's one of the
beauties of Mario
games.
I was really excited for Battle League, and then it ended up being like, oh, there's like, I played through all the cups, and that was fun, but it fell flat.
I heard they did a really good job with the new Mario Kart, though.
Well, it's the same as the old Mario Kart. It's been the same Mario Kart for years.
A whole bunch in it.
The new maps, they dropped new maps this year, and they were supposed to be really good. I don't even know if they're all out yet. Mario Kart was at least in a good place. I haven't touched Smash since I saw that you basically had to buy the game twice, or is it 3 times with all the DLC? That's just too, man. And I love Super Smash Brothers.
I haven't picked it ever since they just kind of really over-added a bunch of stuff that I don't know how to put it.
Dude, Nintendo is just expensive. Like, their games never go on sale, and it's Nintendo. Their whole company history is gangster as fuck. Like, they are cutthroat in the business world, but they can't pay $120 to play all of the characters in Smash. And I think it might even be more than that.
It's just gotten too big.
Yeah,
it's like, man, and then like in a majority of the new ones are like metas now. Like, that game has a legitimate meta now.
Well, I mean, it's probably always been that way if you get to the competitive level.
Like probably since Melee, but
yeah, that's what I mean. At the competitive level, I'll bet you like there's certain characters that don't see any play, and maybe the best guy can win competitive matches with like trash characters, and maybe it's more balanced than that. I don't know. I know what it was like for regular people. I like to bust out the pink terror with the sun hat. Those are good times.
You see, that's like, what I'm talking about. Like, Nintendo does really well when it comes to kind of like with backwards compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of makes me want to really buy a Switch. But at the same time, that opens up the door to fucking Mario Party.
That's why you want it. That's why you want it.
No, dude, I don't want it. What I really want is to be able to play like the older Zeldas. I want to play. I don't want to play Breath of the Wild again. I'm gonna be honest. It was cool the first time through. It was fun to play around with for a while, and then it's like, yeah, I'm done.
I'm gonna play the second one, but yeah,
I'm gonna play the second one too. But I mean, not going to come out till what, like next year?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's already a lot closer than I thought because I remember.
Dragonflight's coming out.
Yep.
And Immortal Empires is still in freaking beta.
Immortal Empires. Oh, the Total War thing.
Freaking beta.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Like I said, everything. There's games that
It's
are
huge, dude.
That's what I'm saying. There's games that are in the fucking what is it called? Not pre-release. What is it called? Early access. Games will live in early access for close to a decade nowadays, it seems like.
Dude, I will say this though. I love the new systems in it. I love how chaos work in this one compared to the old one. It makes okay, like it. There were things that I just wouldn't build like ever at all because they just weren't worth it. And now like they actually have like they all have a point. I don't know where the community itself is really at on a lot of this. I could be like praising something they hate. I don't really know. I don't really care. It's just how I kind of personally feel about it.
Well, that game doesn't have multiplayer outside of like individual battles, right?
I don't know what the multiplayer's like on it. Like I've never like.
Well, it couldn't be like
I wouldn't understand how it would work. I mean, I guess it could work like how Civ Rev did on Xbox.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I assumed
that would take forever, dude.
I assumed the multiplayer was just like troop battles, like an actual battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever it's called when you like take the map away and you just play on the actual battlefield.
Right. And that's what I like about Immortal Empires. Immortal Empires is that it's a sandbox. You know, it's everything's there. There's, you know, countless ways it can pretty much go for each faction because they never do the same thing. You know, they have it now. They do have some tendencies, but there's no guarantee that's what they're going to do because sometimes I see the AI do some real strange things.
Man, I always liked the idea of those games with the amount of depth that they have, but I've never
exactly, and that's why I want to see a Warcraft version of this.
Well, I doubt you ever will.
Yeah. At least not probably not in the organic body lifetime. Prosthetic bodies coming at you. You know Garrett's getting one. Sargarrett gonna live forever. Which means I guess we'll be making videos forever. Lucky you. But yeah, no, that was the thing that I needed to talk to you about. I was like, it just seemed like some old legitimate booty.
To be clear, you can practice in Mario Party, but do it on your own time. Once you get to the game, the mini game pops up, you go straight to playing it. Let people look at the controls, maybe, then you start it. I mean, I would look at the controls, but they show you that when the mini game pops up. So and they're usually like 2 buttons, if anything. Like, so just look at what you need to do, and then you go in blind as everyone else.
Exactly. You know? It's the spirit of the game. And when you do things to circumvent things like that, you're undermining the spirit of the game. Kind of like what we did with Smash Brothers in the first place.